Okay, this is our last step. We're going to fold casings at the sides. So you are gonna fold about 3/4 of an inch over. I just can kind of see here and press. Now, one thing I want you to do before sewing this is I actually want you to try it on yourself. So turn it over 3/4 and then pin to hold that in place, and do it on the other side. Or try it on whoever you are going to try it on, not yourself. Because something
whoever's mask it is.
Yes. Something I found out is this is how much it's recommended to fold over, but this winds up too big for me in my face. This alone fits my husband, but it doesn't fit me. And how you can tell is put it on, and you want this to end before your ears. And you can see it's covering up my ears. That's fine. The easy way to fix that is take out your pin, fold it over again.
Fold more.
Yes. But that's why I want you to try it on. The only thing is you can't fold, the only rule about this is you can't fold so much that you're over this line.
Could you do a longer fold than 3/4 inch, or does that not work because then your ties won't stay in?
It would work, but it is a lot of distance for, like, so if you did like, so if I folded this in half to figure out I need to fold it here. Mm-hmm. If that wasn't double folded over, you run this edge getting really close there to that edge. So I prefer to just fold it over. And this won't probably stay in on its own, so you can put a pin through there. The only other thing you need to keep in mind is if you are using hair elastics at this point, you have to put them in before. We're gonna sew along this folded edge, but you have to put the hair elastics in before. Ties you can insert later because you just take a safety pin and thread it through that channel. But hair ties, you don't have a chance to do that later. So if you have hair ties, open it up, put it inside, and we're gonna sew along this folded edge. I only have one hair tie. If in doubt, because you don't know who's getting this mask, you can always put hair ties in and then they can be cut out and you can put in ties. Or if you've, a lot of people find after a while wearing the hair ties that it kind of like pulls on their ears. You can always switch the hair ties out for ties, but you can't go back and put hair ties in without removing this seam later. So we're just gonna sew along this edge. I like to look ahead because I don't like my stitching on the front to start and stop with that. So I just kind of look ahead to be like what would be a straight line with that fold. And that's what we're going to sew through. Now, you go slow here and make sure you are catching the edge of the fold, because if you don't catch the edge of the fold, you have to redo it. That's fine. Just seam rip your old line of stitching.
Does it sound like that because it's just going through a lot of stuff?
Yes, it's going through quite a few layers of material right now. At least I hope, yeah. Yeah, it's just going through a lot of stuff. So trim it up. And then do the other side. It is a little easier to sew along the edge of this fold and then put in your ties later, but it's not too difficult to put a hair tie in and you save yourself the effort of making the ties. Yeah, where you're hearing that sound, it's sewing through multiple layers. Just be patient with it in those places and don't try to ram it through.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's laboring a little bit. But...
yeah, and like I said, I only had one hair tie, so I actually will snip that out later and put in ties. But congratulations, you're done. So you're going to clip all your threads. Here I actually had a knarl that I will... sometimes you have to tidy things up with a seam ripper too because it gets looped around in the seam. I would like a clear picture of the front and the back uploaded to assembly. Then I'd like you to put it on whoever is wearing it. And I can't do that because I don't have a tie on one side, but a clear picture of the front and the side under assembly. And then I'd just like you to reflect on this process.